GitHub just dropped Copilot CLI, and it is absolutely amazing. You can now use Copilot directly in your terminal. Why does this matter? Well, this means no more switching between VS Code, browser tabs, and command line just to get AI Copilot to help. Your terminal is where real development happens anyway. Git, deployments, debuggings. You can get AI assistance without leaving your command line. Same powerful GitHub coding agent, but living where you actually work, which is in your terminal. Now, I am going to show you exactly how to set this up and how to get started in a quick demo. Let's dive in. Right, so here we go. I'm in my npm install command, gets me GitHub Copilot installed, and I absolutely love the little banner that they have. Now, once we get past that, Copilot actually is using by default Claude Sonnet. But if you want to use other models, there is commands to do that, and you can change other model. But I did not try any of that. I directly jumped in and gave it a command, a prompt, to create a web application that I have been wanting to create for a pretty long time, and I just didn't come around to do that. So there's lots of different links and URLs that I collect and save every day. I just don't like the browser function of bookmarks. I like to have them visually stacked as links for different things like personal stuff, people manager stuff, customer presentations and things that I do externally, and then the to-do lists that I have to tackle for that day. And I want all of that in one place. And I can read Python, so I wanted it to create that in Python. So I structure this prompt and I ask Copilot CLI to work on this. Now, it goes in, and this is amazing. It goes in and tries to first look for existing repositories and directories within my computer. I already had something that looked similar to what I was trying to create. And I may have done this in the past. I had no idea. It looked for it. It was able to understand that it has some of the requirements, most of the requirements fulfilled by this code that exists already. And it tries to now just go in and deploy the virtual environment, set up the virtual environment, and install dependencies for my Python files. It goes into the correct directory. Directories there. All right, so it's now able to see both the linked task manager as hidden and linked task manager in the regular directory. Great. It says that I'm going to work in the regular directory and starts to create the virtual environment for that directory. Installs dependencies next. All right, and we're able to see that it is looking for missing templates and test applications. It views todo.html, add todo.html, and then once it finds all of that to be perfect, it's now looking at search template, and looks like everything went well with the implementation. So it starts with the web application now to bring that application up. Perfect. It's running the app on localhost 5001 port. Now it's making the applications running just fine and correctly. It's making the startup script executable. Now it's starting to create a comprehensive user guide on how to use this application. Next, it creates some sample data to make sure that our application looks good and understandable when we get into it for the first time. Now it's also stopping the currently running server and creating complete overview of what it has done so far, giving me a little bit of a brief on what has happened, creating a final summary of everything that it ended up doing, final directory content, looks at sample data again, checks for all those files, and there we have it. It is now showing us exactly what it did. The web application is ready. I have enhanced the existing links and task manager web application to perfectly match the requirements. So it's telling me exactly what has happened there. It didn't create everything from scratch. There is the local host and the port where you can access it, the different scripts and Python files that it generated, and I'm asking it to run the web app locally. Let's see what it does. Now I know I can go to localhost and run it, but it is running ./run.sh, which is the starter script that it created. And so I go to the local host, the port 5001. I can see all the links with the sample data that it used and some of the to-dos in the task. I add the add new to-do functionality is the one I ended up testing. I'm able to set up the vet appointment as a to-do, and I wanted to test if I clicked on complete, it ends up completing and scratching that off the list, and I did that with some other meetings as well. So it did an amazing job in GitHub Copilot CLI from finding the files in my computer and creating an entire application. There you have it. Pretty good, right? Okay, so what you just saw there is honestly just scratching the surface. Now here's what makes Copilot CLI great. It's like having a senior developer who never sleeps living in your terminal on your local computer. Now the thing understands your entire GitHub context, your repos, issues, pull requests, even your coding patterns, and your code that's living on that local machine. So when I ask it to debug something or build a feature, it's not just generating generic code, it's actually thinking about my project. And you saw that with the simple app that we were building. It was able to identify that I already have the code for this app. The value here is massive, all through natural language conversation. And I hope this gets you started with GitHub Copilot CLI. Have you given it a try already? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And here are some more GitHub Copilot related videos that I've done recently. I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. Check them out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.